Hello, everybody, and welcome here to LAXNAI, where we have a matchup between the Pittsburgh Kingz Yellow and Moon Bears. Hello, everyone. My name is David Bowie, and welcome to this broadcast between these two teams here at the Utica University Nexus Center. Both of these teams so far have one loss to their name, both losing to the Haudenosaunee Lakers. So we will see who's going to win between these two squads. So we have some pool action here. The starting goalies for both of these teams in the Pittsburgh Kingz Yellow will be Kobe Gibson, number 0, and then opposite to him will be John Yuan, number 88, for the Moon Bears. And we're off and running, and the Moon Bears will win the faceoff. They are sporting the black with the green and gold trim, as the Pittsburgh Kingz Yellow are in the yellow with white and black trim. Near side for Nate Raymond. Raymond fires a shot at, saved by Gibson. Stops it through the 5-hole. And the Pittsburgh Kingz will go on the attack for the first time this game. Ball on the far side. Lobbed over to Tyler John, who had a couple of goals in his last contest. Tries to feed it back to Lawrence, but just goes way wide. And now we'll go back the other way. Moon Bears on the attack. Quick shot and saved by Gibson, denying Mike Rasmussen. Quick break the other way. Low shot and saved by Yuan. And Juan has to kind of fall on the ball a little bit there as he took a bit of a stumble, but no harm done. And Josh Jordan will begin the attack here. He'll send it off to the far side. Now Jordan sneaking in through the seam. Low shot and saved by Gibson. And he'll launch it far here for Jordan Dykla. 2-on-2 situation. Dykla decides to hold up. He'll throw it out here to Michael Storr. Back to Dykla. Michael Storr, the son of one of our official photographers, Merrick Storr, at Shutterlax. Shout out to him for this game. Shot just goes wide, and it just goes out of play, and there's a souvenir for a lucky fan there. As play will resume here with Pittsburgh Kingz getting a reset clock here on offense. The far side, Dykla trying to direct traffic and telling his man, go up the seam. Dykla with a shot, and saved by Juan. Getting down to stop it from going through the 5-hole on that one. Joe Weber will feed it off here to Royce Thomas. Now to Jake Harrington, who's fresh off the bench. At the point. Coming in, stutter step shot, saved by Gibson. He was not fooled on that one as he stops Matt Paul. We are still scoreless here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the first half. Pittsburgh in the offensive zone on the far side. Taylor John loads up and fires, and he scores on the inside. Oh, what a snipe. That's his 3rd goal of the tournament, first of the game here as Tyler John breaks the ice here, and he strikes first for the Pittsburgh Kingz Yellow. It's 1-0. And he fired that in there with not a lot of room. He had a man covering him. So look at here at the top of your screen, top left. There's Tyler coming in. Winds up. He was being contested. Somehow gets it short side anyhow. Unable to fit it through. I thought Juan had that locked up on the side, but apparently not. Tyler John saw something I didn't, and that's why he's out there and I'm up here. Pass to the middle. Oh, and a huge check there, knocks the ball loose. And the ball will be awarded to the Pittsburgh Kingz on that foul. Here comes Aaron Gobb Glass. He had a goal in the last game. Josh Allegre here at the point. Stutter step. He takes a bit of a check and he falls down. Austin Wolf with the check, and jarred that ball loose. And the Moon Bears will come away with it somewhat, and finally do, as Nate Glasser able to pick up the loose ball. He'll get it to Austin Wolf. Wolf waiting for the rest of the cavalry to arrive here in transition, and Josh Jordan will start the attack in the offensive zone. He's at the far side point, across the yellow line. Low shot, it bounces off the half wall. It'll go back the other way. It'll be an over and back, so it'll be Pittsburgh Kingz ball. Both these teams so far with an 0-1 record. Seeing if they can get the first win here. This ball's on the far side right now for Dykla. Dykla looks like he got a bit of a hit there to the head. There's a bit of a stick there to the face, but the referees are letting them play here. Shot over the top. That just goes wide. Hits the half wall. Reigns play another shot, and Juan makes the save in the chest, and it falls into the top of his left leg. Chris Blanco will carry it out and get it to Rasmussen. Oh, that's going to be an over and back on the errant pass. And a break here for the Pittsburgh Kingz, and they'll get a chance to try to extend their lead. As Dykla will start things off here to the left of your screen. Now to the far side at the yellow line. Shot over the top, and that just bounces off the glass. From behind the net now is Glass. Glass tries to dump it through, but no dice. As Wolf able to corral the loose ball, and back the other way comes the Moon Bears. It's an odd man rush. Chance out in front of the ball, shot, and saved by Gibson. Where's the ball? It's loose just in front of the crease. It'll be picked up by the Kingz. As Matt Paul had a good chance to try and score all alone in front, but Gibson up to the task. Low shot from the point, that's saved by Yuan. Yuan will just dump it off, and the Moon Bears will go in transition now as Nate Raymond will start the attack here for the Moon Bears. Trotting along, now he cuts in. Back to Paul, takes a shot, it just goes high. Off the glass. Moon Bears will have the corral in front of the Pittsburgh bench. Harrington, now out to the far side, point shot and score. And a little fist pump there for Josh Jordan as he gets the Moon Bears on board. And we're all tied up here at 1 apiece as we're just almost halfway through the first half. See if you can see that replay one more time. There's a little humble fist pump. So all knotted up here at 1 apiece as we're officially halfway through the first half. Low scoring affair. Both these teams looking for their first win. They lost each of their first games to the Kaiokono Lakers. Rifles a shot, and that just goes way wide. It'll bounce all the way over across the line, so it'll be an over and back, and the Pittsburgh Kingz will be able to take over. Ball will start here on the far side. Tyler John loads up. Looks like he lost the ball, and now we're going back the other way. It's a turnover here. The Moon Bears have it. Joe Weber shot. Oh, and he just shoots it wide. Way wide. Brandon Drasko going back the other way. He's on the far side, top left of your screen. To Allegra at the point. Dykla trying to direct some traffic. There's a shot, and that just goes wide. Rebounded, yes. And just kind of throw it as a long one-timer attempt as the shot clock was about to expire. And it finally does, and the Moon Bears will take over here on offense. Raymond. He'll just dump it off there for Harrington, fresh off the bench. Those two will come up now. Christian Billingsley coming through. Dives over the top and saved by Gibson. He saw that one all the way and stood tall making the save. And now we will go back the other way. As Allegra trying to fight his way through at the point. Passes it over, goes off a couple of Pittsburgh Kings, but it'll wind up in the stick of John Yuan. And he'll dump it off his defender, Mike Rasmussen. As he'll quickly trot over and he'll give it to Harrington. And the Moon Bears going to try to see if they can break this tie. Just about 2/3 of a lapse here in the first half. That ball bounces up and from behind the net as Gibson able to make the save. Here comes Trenton Thomas on the far side. Stops up, loads up and fires, and saved by Yuan. Both these goalies so far doing a great job of keeping it a low-scoring affair. Moon Bears almost turned the ball over in their own zone, but the 10-second violation will run, and it'll be Pittsburgh Kings ball as they'll have it here. So Allegra will start things off there. He's at the top left of your screen. Gets it over to John. His outlet pass not there on the mark for Allegra. Intended now, it's in the corner. Picked up by the Kings. Your side, low underhand shot, just goes way too high. Michael Storr trying to get that through. And now back the other way will come are the Moon Bears in transition as Matt Paul will scoop up the loose ball, get it to Raymond. Raymond comes through, shot, and it just goes wide. It goes off the half wall. Moon Bears retain possession. No reset clock, however. And back at the point for Jordan. Jordan shoots. Oh, and a great stop there from the defenseman. And Pittsburgh will finally be able to corral it in their own zone with Tyrone Bowen able to hold it. And a timeout is going to be taken here by Pittsburgh with 3:18 left to play here in the first half. We're all tied up here at 1-1. Let's see who's going to break the deadlock here as we come back out of this very short break. And we are back out of the timeout as the Pittsburgh Kings will start on offense here. Ball in the near side corner. Shot at save by Juan. Oh, there's a battle for it right in front, but the ball will be awarded here to the Pittsburgh Kings after that little mishmash. As we get restarted, here comes Dykla on the far side of the yellow line. Tyler John, who has the team's only goal so far. Sean trying to fight through. He's trying to weave his way in one-hand stick handling. There's a shot at save by Juan. Looks like he stumbled a bit after taking that save, but no rebound as the Moon Bears will come away with it. As Chris Blanco will run it up, and he'll pass it off to Bobby Carey. As the rest of the forwards come on, it'll be Dallin Thompson. He'll send it off. So Billingsley with a shot, and I believe it just goes off a stick. There's another quick one. It's saved by Gibson. Another shot on the rebound and score. And the Moon Bears break the tie, courtesy of Bobby Carey on the rebound. It's now 2-1. That was a juicy rebound there for Bobby Carey as he was able to get it right to his stick, and he plants it home. And the Moon Bears now up by 1 in this very tight contest as we are late in the first half. Raymond. Get it off to Jordan, who's just fresh off the bench. He'll send it to the far side. Coming through the middle, shot, and it's good. Count it for Jake Harrington, who rifles it through at the point. And that's 2 quick goals for the Moon Bears. Now they're up 3-1. There's that huge rifle. So if you look at that replay one more time, and there it was. Jake Harrington coming in at the point with speed, just shoots it. He's able to get it short side. Now the Pittsburgh Kingz on the attack, looking to make up for the 2 goals that they have just coughed up, as Jordan Dykla will have it here on the left side of your screen, number 1, as he slowly walks up. John now has it. Oh, he has a stick slash. Ball is loose, but he picks it back up. Shoot, and saved by Juan. 10 seconds left on the game clock. Moon Bears pick it up in their own zone. They've got to be quick here. Billingsley can't handle the pass, and Gibson will pick it up and throw it out. And that is going to do it here for the first quarter, or the first half rather. Moon Bears enjoying a 1-goal lead. They're up 2-1 right now over the Pittsburgh Kingz. And we will be right back after this short halftime break. And we are back coming out of the halftime break as the Moon Bears have a 3-1 lead over the Pittsburgh Kingz. It was tightly contested, 1-1 so far. And then the Moon Bears just came up with 2 very quick goals. And that is where we stand here, 3-1. Both these teams looking for their first victory as they both fell to the Gaiokokono Lakers. And faceoff will be won by the Moon Bears to start it off. Looking to extend their lead here. Already have a 2-goal lead, multi-goals. And we'll see if they can add 3 to the lead here at the point. Going through is Carey with a shot. That's saved by Gibson. And now we'll go back the other way as coming in with speed is Logan Giles. Oh, he loses the ball from Nate Raymond's back check. There's a battle for it along the boards. There are 3 Moon Bears there and only 1 Pittsburgh King. Now a second one comes to join the fray. And The Moon Bears will come out with it as Ryan Conwell will make away with the ball on that battle. And they'll give it off to Nate Raymond as the Moon Bears will start their second attack here of the second half. Ball in the near side corner on the right side of your screen. Loading up, decides to reconsider. There is Josh Jordan, and he took the low one, and that just goes wide. It'll be picked up by the Kingz. Nice little move there. And Andrasco coming in on a breakaway. Shot, oh, and it hits the post. Popped up in the air, and Blanco will be able to retrieve the ball for the Moon Bears. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty coming up here against the Moon Bears, which caused the stoppage of play. It's going to be a boarding call against Josh Jordan, number 22. And that was well away from the play as well, so unfortunate timing there, as this gives the Pittsburgh Kingz a chance to inch themselves closer to the Moon Bears, down by 2. And Glass will start things off, and he'll hand it to the far side. Dykla tries to play that now. Glass with a shot. That just goes wide, and it'll be rebounded by the Moon Bears. And there's going to be an interference call coming up here. I believe it's going to be against the Pittsburgh Kingz, as Glass decided to knock the ball out of Mike Rasmussen's stick while he was in the goalie crease. And indeed, that will essentially nullify the power play that the Pittsburgh Kingz had. So it's going to be a 4-4 action for another 11 seconds. And then the Moon Bears will go on the power play, and they have possession. So I presume that they're just going to hold the ball as much as possible. And now they're on the power play. The shot clock is not ticked down. Now it finally does. Over the top and score just like that. A quick power play goal as Nate Raymond gets the goal. It's a power play marker. And now the Moon Bears up 4-1 over the Pittsburgh Kingz Yellow. That was a nice feed right there, and just shoots it over the top of Kobe Gibson, who's actually had a pretty solid outing so far. And we're getting a little face-off violation here against the Pittsburgh Kingz, so the Moon Bears will have the ball. Shot over the top. Oh, change of direction on the airborne shot. But Gibson able to make the chest save. Glass has it. He'll take it across the center line. Glass, oh, gets stick checked from behind. Didn't see it coming. And now here's a chance for the Moon Bears the other way. Harrington, shot, and he scores. And Jake Harrington, taking advantage of the turnover, scores his second of the game. Look at here on the replay. And Harrington was just patient with that. Look at him with the ball. Stick handled about 4 times before he took that shot, knowing he had nobody to contest him. Just like that, it's 5-1 now for the Moon Bears. Shot over the top. That just goes high and wide. Carey able to corral the loose ball. Carey will send it out to the far side for Thompson. Thompson with a shot. Oh, that goes off the crossbar and bounces actually up into the ceiling. Oh. It might be trapped up there in the ceiling, actually. So the referees have to get a new ball for that one. Behind the back shot, and that just goes wide, short side, but Carey will be able to corral the loose ball on the near side corner. Out to the point for Thompson, and he rifles a shot. That's saved by Gibson. Another one and another save. Carey will send it back to Raymond. Loads up, fires a shot and scores. And Matt Paul lasers one through from the point and extends the Moon Bears lead. It's now 6-1 as they are running away with it now. As he cuts in right through the middle and just rifles it through. Gets it past the 5-hole without the bounce. That's always a dangerous spot to throw it at. And what was a tightly contested game for a good chunk of the first half, and now all of a sudden, it is 6-1 for the Moon Bears as they have got 5 straight goals here to pull away, and that's the lead that they have here. Now back on the attack once again, now on the far side. Holds up shot against the grain for Raymond, but that just bounces wide. Ball picked up by Royce Thomas. Thomas now being played from behind the net. Dunks attempt and save by Gibson. He denies Josh short of this. A long pass the other way, not on the mark. It was intended for a player who just came off the bench, but I don't know how you make that pass. Nonetheless, it is the Moon Bears coming back on the attack again. Pittsburgh not having a lot of time in the offensive zone. They've been staying here on defense. Pass out of front, shot. Saved by Gibson on the left arm. Rebound. Get by the Pittsburgh Kingz, and they just decide to just throw it away. So the Moon Bears already in 2 sequences, when they've lost the ball in the offensive zone, they've been pressuring the defense to just throw it away. And already they reclaimed the ball once again. Officially halfway through the second half. Centering pass not on the mark. It'll be picked up by the Moon Bears, however, and they'll continue the attack as Billingsley takes a shot and saved by Gibson. And the Pittsburgh Kingz will recover the ball and will be able to take it across the halfway mark. Oh, and here comes Knight off the bench. Oh, and he can't get a shot off. As Justice Knight trying to look for a call on that one. Doesn't get it. And Justice Knight will come back to the bench. Tyler John, who scored the team's only goal so far and had 2 in his last game. We're going to square things up. Low shot. Oh, and it looks like it just hits the post. And that ball goes into the stands. It will remain Pittsburgh's ball here as Glass will start it off. Sends it off to the far side there for Araya. John. And John trying to squeak through. Ball's loose and scooped a little too high there. It was Chris Blanco, and that'll give Pittsburgh the ball. That went out of play. Pittsburgh with a dunk attempt, and no, it's saved by Juan. But the crease violation will award the ball anyway to the Moon Bears as Blanco will start things off here. Blanco trying across, and he'll hand it off to his man, Nate Raymond. Gets it out of the near side, coming with speed. He'll tries to deposit it through, but no dice as Juan makes the save out of his right pad. But Raymond will be able to re-corral it. Get things going again here for the Moon Bears. Hard pass onto the mark, going off the half wall. As Paul will scoop it up, he throws it right out in front. Shot and save by Gibson. The Pittsburgh Kingz are trying to come out with it as Glass fighting off a slash. And he'll get it through there for his man. Shot attempt. Where is that ball? I think it's in the right pad. Yeah, it is. The right pad of Juan, as he had no idea where it was himself. Now Rasmussen will get it to Josh Jordan. Billingsley coming across there on the yellow line now to the far side point. Back to Jordan. Jordan gets a pick. Now he's going to come in back the opposite direction, being met immediately by 2 Pittsburgh Kingz. And he has that ball jarred loose on the check. And the Pittsburgh Kingz will come back the other way now on offense as Jimmy Vanu will start things off here. He's at the top right of your screen. He'll get it off for Dykla. Dykla from just outside the faceoff circle, waiting for the rest of the offense to come on. Dykla with the ball now. Just takes a low shot as time expires on the shot clock, and it will be Moon Bears' ball. Didn't really have much going there on that offensive series. And now back the other way, quick break shot, and that just goes wide. A good chance there for Nate Raymond, who was all alone. Tried to surprise Gibson on that one. Now Harrington on the near side corner. Shoots it across to Raymond. Raymond with a shot and saved by Gibson. Moon Bears get the rebound, however, and have it back at the point. Royce Thompson sends it back. Low shot, bounces. I believe that went off the post. Maybe hit of Raymond on the way there. But the Moon Bears get a reset clock and continue their attack. Dallin Thompson wires a shot through, and that just bounces just over the net. And it bounces into our scoreboard box there. Gail Dempsey there, one of our scorekeepers, had to just avoid the ball there ever so slightly. That ball's passed not on the mark as it hits the half wall and into the stick of a Moon Bear. As Joe Weber able to corral it, and his pass not quite there, and it'll be turned over to the Pittsburgh Kingz. Now Lawrence Gabriel will have the ball here in transition. Gets it to Allegra, fresh off the bench. As he waits for the rest of the offense to come out in transition. Point shot, saved by Juan. Rebound, picked up by the Moon Bears in the defensive zone. They'll get it out quickly. That ball bounces across. As Nate Glazer will pick it up. Shot and score! Nate Glazer gets himself on the score sheet on that quick transition, and he makes it a 7-1 game. As he just picks up that ball and decides to immediately fire it. So a nice transition goal there for Glazer. And it has been all Moon Bears. Back on offense again, it's Jordan. Low shot, and that just goes wide on the far side. Bounces off the half wall, it's just kept in. Good effort there by Josh Jordan to keep it in. And now Jordan has it at the point. Passes up at the seam, shot, and saved by Gibson. And he'll just scoop it up into his net. Short outlet pass. I think Giles was going back to the bench. He wasn't seeing that pass going intended for him. And now the Moon Bears will have it. One-handed lob pass there. It works. Cross pass. Fires a shot and score. As Christian Billingsley gets his first goal on the outnumbered attack. And the Moon Bears now up 8-1. And they have just run away with this game. As now Billingsley gets it right at the point and just decides to fire it over top and actually bounces it through as Kobe Gibson had his feet stretched wide. Left a little bit of room in the 5-hole. Now here comes Dowd. And Dowd with a quick strike off the faceoff. And he scores for the Moon Bears as Tristan Dowd decides he's going to take it on his own from start to finish. Wins the faceoff draw. Just fires it through. Fires it low, short side. And we're under 1 minute to go here in regulation. As the Moon Bears put on a clinic and take it to the Pittsburgh Kingz yellow. They will go to 1-1 as the Pittsburgh Kingz yellow will go to 0-2 in a pool play. Moon Bears last year came 14th overall, a decent showing. And looking to improve upon that here with this win. Pittsburgh Kingz has a diving chance there for Justice Knight, but nothing doing, and Knight is down right now, staying down. And I believe Justice Knight may have hurt his right arm as he hit the floor. And the final buzzer has sounded, and that is going to do it. And Knight is able to get up on his own feet at least. Now goes down to one knee. But nonetheless, Moon Bears will come away with a 9-1 victory over the Pittsburgh Kingz Yellow. As they've got a win and a loss here in the Pittsburgh Kingz Yellow, seeing if they can get their first win, but it won't be today. They drop to 0-2. Coming up next, we've got the Grand River Warriors and the Algods. That will be next, coming up here in about roughly 14 minutes. Steven Stamp will have the call for that one. But again, on behalf of everybody here at LAXNAI and Blue Squash Productions, on Greg Beecher, this is David Bowie signing off here. The final score, Moon Bears 9, Pittsburgh Kingz Yellow 1. Have yourselves a great day.